back.
Yeah, mic check, mic check, mic check. What is good? We are officially back. Welcome to Kicking the Real podcast. I am your host, Andy Diosa. If you're a first time listener, thank you for being here. And if you're a multiple time listener, thank you for being here. We got a special episode of the podcast today. I am on camera by myself, which doesn't happen. I don't think it's happened since like the first episode of this podcast. So you're welcome for that. Sorry for my audio listeners. This is a YouTube only version of the pod today because it only makes sense. I'm going to be reviewing the 2025 MLS jerseys. So it wouldn't have really lined up for me to do this on audio when I'm going to be showing y'all the jerseys and ranking them from 30 to 1. Man, that means it's going to be a lot of talking, a lot of visuals. So please enjoy it. But before I do get into that, I do want to say thank you to everybody for supporting the podcast. I had not mentioned this live on the show, but Kicking the Real is officially 1 year old. The 1 year anniversary just passed, and it's been fun. It's been fun. I've kept it real to literally everything I said in the intro episode, which was doing dope interviews with people that I really genuinely enjoy speaking to. The good part that has happened so far is that all these interviews I've done have been people that I'm friends with, that I've worked with, and it's been cool just to be able to reconnect with some folks or connect with some folks and just kind of talk about what they've been doing and things like that, and how we could kind of mix what I want to do with what they're doing and get their, I guess, skill set out there, get whatever they're doing career wise. But at the same time, just having these good fun conversations around whatever topics I want to speak about, because it's my show. I could do whatever I want. I already told y'all that. So salute to everybody that supported so far. We're going to continue doing the same thing. Hopefully the guest list keeps rolling on. I have a lot of friends and a lot of contacts, so I'm sure that we'll still have some fun guests along the way. And at the end of the day, it's just having a platform to speak about whatever I want, and it's that simple. So thank you. Keep supporting. You guys are real ones, and that's that. Now, for this jersey review, MLS season starts this week, so it's the perfect timing. All the clubs have put their jerseys out. The graphics I'm going to be using on this show are all from MLSsoccer.com. Salute to the creative team out there. They put the jerseys together in these nice little graphics. So I got them all from the website. A few things I do want to say before I start is do not take this personal. If there's anybody listening to this from any of the team's friends that may have worked in the creative rollout process or anything of that sort, it's all love. I'm just giving y'all my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Do not take this personal. It's just my ranking. It's not that serious. Number one. Number two, some of these pictures, I'm not gonna lie, don't do the jerseys justice, and I'll point that out for some of them, and I think you'll see what I'm talking about as we go along. But it's the best we have because I don't have any of the new ones on me, but I do have this beautiful St. Louis City kit, the inaugural one. Where you see the St. Louis hat. Come on, man, this is a nice little fit I got going on. Shout out to my friends in St. Louis City. I'm rocking that one today for the show. And then you have the Galaxy one back here. I try to put it on. I'm not gonna lie to you, it does not fit me. I think I've been going to the gym a little too much, or maybe eating a little too much, one of the two. So that's why that one's on the wall, because that's one of the nicest MLS jerseys that has dropped in the past, I want to say 5-10 years. That's a classic jersey. But that one is going to be one of those that just gets framed and put on a wall somewhere because it's that nice. And lastly, I'm going to try not to use the word clean because everybody describes jerseys as clean, and I think that's lazy sometimes. So maybe I'll probably end up using it on accident because there's 30 teams and it's a lot of jerseys to talk about. But please, if I use the word clean, please keep count on me, because it might slip up and happen. And then the thing about these jerseys is that they have names, they have ideas. I'm not going to go through all of the ideas because, like I mentioned, there's too many. And some of them, frankly, just don't add up to what the jersey is. So I'm going to stay away from giving you the background of what the teams present when they present these jerseys. And I'm just going to show you the jersey. And I'm going to say the name of the jersey. I'm going to tell you what I think about it. And I'm going to move on to the next one. All right? It's going to be real simple. I think it's going to be fun. If you guys take my rankings, let me know. If you like the rankings, let me know. If you disagree, whatever the case may be. All right? What else can I say, man? I think that's it. I think we're just going to get into it. So I'm going to go from 30 to 1. I did this rigorous process of voting. No, I'm just playing. I honestly just did this on my couch like an hour ago. Hopefully I didn't miss anybody. I think I got everybody, so bear with me here. This is a one-man show. I don't have enough budget for a production team, but here we go. 2025 kits ranked. No, I lied. 2025 jerseys, because kit makes me think that it's the jersey and the shorts and the socks. And a lot of times people say that when they put the uniforms out, that the whole kit is what makes it. I'm not judging shorts, socks, all of that. I'm just judging just the shirt, just the jersey. All right. So 2025 MLS jersey rankings. We're gonna start with number 30, FC Dallas. Yeah, this is probably as uninspiring as it gets when it comes to jerseys. It's a white shirt with a little bit of red. I don't like how the logo has that much red in it. This is as inspiring as FC Dallas's offseason prior to signing Lucho Acosta or trading for Lucho Acosta. So yeah, it's just there's not much there for me for this kit from Dallas. I don't really like it, and I think you're probably gonna notice a lot of the white shirts. I'm just not necessarily a fan of, except one special one, I guess. But this is called the Inferno kit, so make of that what you will. Coming in at number 30, FC Dallas. Coming in at number 29, DC United. This kit is called the Soul Kit. And I get what they're trying to do with the retro, I guess, little things, shape patterns. And it looks like it's in one of them vintage sepia Instagram filter tones. I don't like it. I'm sorry. I just don't. Once again, it's a white jersey. It doesn't do much. You know what? The one thing I do love about DC United is their logo. I still think that crest is really nice, and having those 4 stars from the early days of MLS really does work on DC United logos. But I'm not a big fan of this one at all. So DC United 29 for me. 28 is SKC, Sporting Kansas City. And I don't know, man. I just think I have personally not been too much of a fan of SKC jerseys over the past. This one is called the 1KC jersey. And it has some deeper meaning, I guess. But I, first of all, wasn't really reading into the meaning. And second of all, just like the pattern on the lines, it's throwing me off a little bit. I think the color wave is so perfect, like a dark blue, a navy blue, and a baby blue. I feel like they could do so much more. And I really would hope that they would take those, risk and make a more flashy jersey. But I guess the jersey is reflective of the team because they don't take many risks either when it comes to trying to sign big players. So SKC 28 for me. Number 27, Minnesota United. The Minnesota United kit is called the Convergence kit. Now, this is one of a few kits inspired by water. As you can see, the water pattern there up the middle. You know what I've noticed about the Minnesota United jerseys over the past? I really dislike the Target branding right in the middle. I don't know why. Something about it I really dislike. I'll give them the credit that I do love that they use the loon in their crest and the bird there. That's a very nice crest there. But there's something about this jersey that's just like, And I did forget to mention over the top. There's four tiers basically that I rank these in: is love, like, and nah. So right now we're strictly in the nah to portion. All right, if that kind of clarifies a little bit. Let's move on to number 26 here. Number 26 is the New York Red Bulls. The New York Red Bulls kit is called the Stone Kit. Yeah, it's also just not doing much for me. This is a team that has a bit of a past with the Metro Stars, who have some very classic jerseys from the early days of MLS. And this reminds me of the yellow one they put out, I believe it was last year. It's kind of plain. The one thing the Red Bull have is an amazing logo, and that Red Bull brand is very prominent. So I do love that. The jersey itself doesn't move the needle for me. It's kind of plain, and it's unfortunate for a team like the New York Red Bulls, who are just an MLS Cup. Speaking of New York, 25 for me is New York City Football Club. This jersey is called the Excelsior kit. I think I said that right. Either way, this is another team that I've typically enjoyed their jerseys for the most part since they got into MLS. But this one, I don't know. This one feels like a little bit of a step back to me. Same thing with New York City. I do love their color scheme. The orange and the baby blue is very, very nice. It goes well together. But I just wish this had a little bit more creativity. It seems pretty lazy in my eyes. Not a huge fan of it. Not a huge fan of it, I'll be honest with you. 24, the Vancouver Whitecaps. Oh man, the Vancouver Whitecaps. This is called the Peak jersey. This jersey, I feel like if you told anybody this, they've been wearing the same jersey for the past 10 years, they might not be able to tell the difference. I hate that because I think the Whitecaps have one of the nicest crests in the league. The mountains with it's beautiful. I love that crest so much. But the jersey itself is just boring, man. And once again, like I mentioned, the theme of, of the ones that you're seeing that I don't like is a lot of just plain white jerseys. And the Whitecaps have perhaps one of the nicest color palettes when you think about the blues, the whites, and you could mix in some gray in there. There's just no creativity there. I really wish that the Whitecaps had better jerseys because I really would like to own one, but none of them inspire me to make the purchase. But it is what it is. Moving on to number 23, the newcomers, the new kids on the block, San Diego FC. Literally everything I just said about the Whitecaps, except that this is an expansion team. This is the first jersey, their first kit release. Well, their second because their primary one was also released. This is their primary one. If you hadn't seen it, it's Chucky Lozano. This is their first jersey ever, Chrome and Azul, and then this is their secondary kit. They're very safe, and what I mean by safe is their first inaugural year team. It's their first one, and they didn't really take any big chances on them. They're nothing special. I do like the blue one a little more than the white one, obviously, but altogether, I felt like with San Diego, just as a city, you could probably do so many creative things with the San Diego FC jersey, which I would assume they probably will in the future. But for this just being their inaugural season, played it pretty safe. I don't hate them as much as everybody else's. I'll tell you that much. I think this primary kit actually is semi decent, and I don't honestly hate the crest as much as people do either. So I'm in the middle with that. I think we've moved from the nah portion to like the and this is strictly where that falls for me. So San Diego FC coming in at 23. Coming in at number 22, the Chicago Fire. Chicago Fire kit. It's called a municipal kit. It's not terrible. It's not great. It is also a pretty blank kit, but you can't see it too well in this photo, but the pattern on the back, it makes it a lot nicer. And I do like that it's like shades of blue. When I think of Chicago, obviously this is kind of like the flag, right? The light blue, the red. I love the 312 on the bottom. It's those little subtle things for me on these kits that make them stand out. And if you're a Chicago person, that 312 on the kit is awesome to have. And I think this is a fair jersey for me. I probably could have ranked this a little higher in terms of liking it more. When I first saw it, I wasn't a huge fan, but yeah, I'm not mad at it. But it's also not taking too many chances. And there's a lot of teams that did take chances, like 21 Austin FC. The Austin FC kit is called the Heartbeat kit. Now listen, man. One thing Austin's going to do is make sure that the green is prevalent. And they've been doing that since day one. At Q2 Stadium, when they score goals, the green lights, they go crazy. It's an experience. If you have never been to Q2, to an Austin FC game, please do yourself that favor and go. This might be a shock to some of y'all, but I don't love the color green. And it might be shocking to you because I'm a Celtics fan, but this green is a little too much for me. I do like it better than last year's jersey. I thought last year's jersey was kind of trash. This one is a little better. It's not great. I don't hate it, but it's very loud. And in the Austin way, with the color, it's like you kind of have to be brash and be loud about it. So it works for them and kind of what their jerseys have been in the past and things of that nature. I don't love it, but I also don't hate it. Number 20, the Houston Dynamo. Now, at first look, this jersey kind of just is like, all right, whatever. It's another orange Dynamo jersey. But then you kind of look a little deeper. This is the season 20 kit, and it kind of pays homage to all the past jerseys I guess they've had and players and things of that nature. And mixing in the light blue, it works for me here. And the pattern in the back, it gives it a little bit of a distinguished look. It's not anything beautiful. And speaking about crest and different things of that nature, Houston might have one of the worst ones in MLS, if I'm being honest. I dislike it a lot. I just don't like what it looks like. I don't like it on the jerseys. I feel like I would like that jersey a lot more if they perhaps had a different crest, but that's that's a larger conversation for rebranding and all that. But all in all, this is a typical Houston Dynamo jersey. Not anything spectacular in my eyes, but pretty nice. It's not terrible. Number 19, St. Louis City, who I am rocking right now. Like I mentioned at the top of the show, this is not the jersey I'm rocking. This is their new kit, 2025. This one's called the Forever City Red kit. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm typically not a fan of jerseys with collars. That's just a universal rule for me. I don't love them typically, but sometimes I can make a pass. This one, I'm not going to lie. I think the jersey that I'm wearing, that was their inaugural one, is better. I think it's just a better fit, a better pattern. No collared kit like that one. But this one isn't terrible. I do think it might be a bit of a step down, but I'm indifferent about it. I'm really in the middle. I think their colors just work fine. I really do like their crest. I like their logo a lot. So it falls basically right around the middle of the pack for me. And that's simple as it gets. Number 18, the Colorado Rapids. Oh man, this is the one I couldn't wait to talk about. This is called the Headwaters kit. Now, this jersey, at first glance, I almost ranked it 30 as the one that I hated the most because this is another one that has water, obviously the rapids, all of that ties into place. At the beginning, I was like, damn, the water pattern, I don't love it. But I started looking deeper into this jersey, and you can't tell much by this picture, but there's something that I love about this jersey now. And is if you look closely enough, under the sponsor of UC Health, it says Colorado Rapids in a pattern in the water. And I think that is probably one of the coolest things I've seen on an MLS jersey in a while. It's one of those like hidden gems almost. You have to take a really close look at it. But for Colorado and just that pattern of having their name kind of sneak in there, if you know type of thing, it boosted it up many spots for me. I'm a fan of this jersey now, straight up. I think we're starting to move more into the section of these jerseys, but this one it got me. This is one of the ones that I had to do more research on and look at closer. But yeah, I think it could have definitely even been higher than what I have it at 18. But Colorado Rapids, thumbs up for me for this one. Thumbs up for sure. Number 18. Oh, sorry, number 17, the Philadelphia Union. This is interesting. This is an interesting jersey to me because I had the similar feeling with Colorado on that, where in the beginning when I saw it, I didn't love it. And it kind of grew on me a bit. It's called the Voltage Kit. I think that's pretty self-explanatory of what you see there and the bolts and all that. The snake crest logo, whatever you want to call it, just makes this so much better. And I'm so happy that they use that prominently now. It's so cool. It's probably one of the cooler ones in MLS. This is nothing special to me, but in terms of standing out, in terms of taking a chance at something unique, which is something that the Union typically do. Not typically, but they do once in a while with their jerseys. I enjoy it, and I think that it fits them. It just stands out. And obviously, the Philly energy is always high, as it is now because the Eagles are World Series Super Bowl champions. But yeah, this is cool. I like it. It fits. It works. It works for Philly. Speaking of loud, at number 16, the Orlando City kit, which is called the Perfect Storm. I went back and forth with this one. It's very loud, as you can see. And then it's one of those where I say, well, you have to sometimes, the meaning does help in this case. And it kind of leaned into the storm and the weather in Florida. And you can kind of see, you look in those patterns and it looks like one of those weather maps where it's like a tornado forming. Listen, I don't know if I would purchase this with my own money. I do love that purple. Like the purple for me it's easy to make pop, and Orlando has typically done a really good job with their jerseys. This is different. It's smack dab in the middle for me, and I like it for a lot of reasons. And then the fact that it's just like you look at it and you're like, oh damn, this is a very out there jersey. Kind of makes me take a little bit of a step back, but not bad at all. I think that's a round of applause for Orlando. Now these next few, I'm calling the safe zone because there's certain teams that if you look at their jerseys, like I mentioned with Vancouver, they're just almost like the same. So these next few are the safe zone where it's like you look at them and nothing special, and it's almost like this jersey you could have been playing with it for the past 5 seasons, and we probably wouldn't have noticed. Starting with number 15, Toronto FC, fine. It's a fine jersey. I'll be completely honest with you. Red is my favorite color, so I'm probably biased in that sense. It's a simple jersey. And that's what I mean by the safe zone. There's nothing special to it. It's not bad. And it's not like, oh, you know, this is the best thing ever. No, it's right there, right in the middle, literally at number 15, right in the middle of the pack. Um, Nothing that stands out about it, but safe. Toronto. Number 14, Atlanta United. I mean, this could be the same jersey, quite literally, that they came into MLS with, and I wouldn't have known the difference. So, once again, nothing to completely brag about and say, "Oh, this is incredible." But the red and black for Atlanta, with the Falcons ties, even with the Georgia Bulldogs, it's kind of the color down there. It's a fine jersey, works perfectly for them. 13, we have Nashville SC. Man, Nashville is one of those clubs that I wish would take more chances with their creativity when it comes to jerseys because this color scheme I love. I love that yellow and dark blue is awesome. This is it's actually a really nice jersey if I'm being honest, but it just doesn't differentiate itself from any of I guess their other past iterations. So that's kind of why I have it there at 13. But now we're slowly creeping into the from like. Well, this is kind of where the like starts for me. This is the level of jerseys that I say I actually like, and that one is one that I do enjoy. Number 12, Montreal. Same thing. This is playing it safe. I love the blue and black. This is a classic Montreal jersey. And if you told me that Didier Drogba wore this when he played in Montreal, I would probably be like, yeah, that's right. Nothing special. Beautiful crest as always, Montreal. I love that it has the impact in the back. Shout out to the impact. Safe there. Now, this is going to go against everything I basically just said. And at number 11, LAFC. And I'm sorry, I forgot to mention the names of these jerseys, but this LAFC secondary kit is white and it has a collar. And if you're paying attention, two things I said is I'm not really a big fan of collar jerseys, and these white jerseys seem lazy to me. But there is a distinction here. This is the only jersey on this list that I've seen in person so far, and it's very, very nice. It's a very nice shirt. White and gold plays together so well, and obviously LAFC black and gold play together so well. LAFC does a good job at jerseys. Let's just keep it 100. Like, there's only been a few that they've dropped that I have not been a fan of, but this white and gold one, it works for me. It's nice. Dare I say it's clean? There's the first time I think I said it. So, but yeah, I like it. I'm a fan. Big fan of this LAFC jersey. Not gonna lie to y'all. All right, top 10. It gets real now. Coming in at number 10 is Argentina. I mean, Inter Miami, Argentina Pink, aka Messi squad. When Miami came into the league, I was so excited because pink and black is you just had your eyes glisten at the possibilities of what they're going to be able to do with jerseys. And this is way before Messi. This is just them being announced and having that color scheme. And the pink fits with Miami, and it kind of just works hand in hand. I don't love this jersey for a few reasons. Mainly, it seems like an Argentina jersey with a different color scheme, which fits for Messi, Mascherano, and his friends over there. The lines, having the two different color pinks is a cool look. I will give this to Miami, and I know they probably don't have too much of a say over this, but that now that they have the Royal Caribbean sponsor instead of whatever cryptocurrency they had before, it works so much better. I really do love that Royal Caribbean. I think that's what it is, honestly. And if it isn't, my bad. But the Royal Caribbean sponsor with the little crown and boat looking thing, it works for me. So this jersey is nothing special, and I wish Miami had a little more like pop with their jerseys because they have pink. And this is their other one that they already released. And it's the 42 kit. And it's plain. It's not bad at all because, like I said, you can't really mess up black and pink, but it's very lazy to me. I wish there was more there. But there you see Lionel Messi smiling, wearing it, and I'm sure you'll see that a lot during this MLS season. So, like it. I like it. All in all, I like it. Number 9, Charlotte FC. Yes, Charlotte. I think this is kind of where I start moving into the love portion. I'm not gonna put this one in love yet. This is called the Fortress Kit, but I do like this one a lot. I do like this one a lot. Charlotte using that kind of alternate crest there. The pattern in the back is nice. The the silver chrome is a nice touch. A little bit of difference from what they've used in the past with their blue or their like teal. They even had a purple jersey not too long ago. This is a very cool, different look for Charlotte. I love the fortress little tag in the back. Charlotte, after kind of disappointing me with their inaugural kit, that baby blue one, I think they've been on the right path ever since, and I think this one is really nice. I'm a fan of the Charlotte kit for sure. Number 8, yes, the San Jose Earthquakes. This might be the only time that San Jose makes it to number 8 on any list this MLS season. I'm just playing. This is called the headliner jersey. It's a lot going on. First of all, this reminds me of when the New York Red Bulls did the hip hop 50th anniversary of hip hop jersey, and it had all those cool things in the back. This is fun. This is kind of like tapping into the punk, I guess, the punk rock scene in the Bay, and has like some flyers and like what looks like flyers in the back. And there's a lot going on in this jersey, but I like it. It works. The color itself, very nice. And also, it seems like it's just breathing some energy with this jersey, which is exactly what the team is hoping to do this year with Bruce Arena as the head coach and Chicho Arango being there and Joseph Martinez being there, and just kind of like a complete overhaul of what the team has been in the past, which has been stale, bottom of the barrel in MLS. If you're going to start a new era, quote unquote, in San Jose Earthquake history, this is a bold fashion statement to make to do so. And I think we are now officially in the I love it section. I love the San Jose Earthquakes jersey, and I don't think I've ever uttered those words in my life. So shout out to the Quakes for that, man. Number 7, the Portland Timbers. Yes, the Portland Timbers jersey is called the Forever Green and Gold kit. When you think of standard in MLS, when you think of just, I guess, class of what they are is a Timbers kit. It's always just them. It works for them. It's nothing special. Although if you look closely, you can kind of see the print in the back. It resembles the wood, basically, or the tree that they chopped there in Portland. And it's cool. It's a very clean. Damn it, I said it again. It was on the tip of my tongue and I had to let it go. It's a very clean looking kit for the Timbers. It works. I would honestly, if I had to swap, I would put this one at 8 and put the Quakes at 7. But I don't necessarily love this one, but it is very nice. Number 6, hands down, FC Cincinnati. I love it. I love it. That is the orange and blue legacy kit, is what they're calling it. This is, to me, is perfect. It's a little different. It doesn't stand out too much, but it has everything you would like. The different blues, the orange diagonally in the middle, obviously with the Adidas stripes on the shoulders, the All for Cincy in the back, the crown, little badge in the bottom. It is, to me, I think this is one of the most all around just solid releases of this 2025 batch. It's a very, very nice looking jersey. And Evander will look very good in it. Lucho Acosta will not be wearing it, but Evander will be. So, number 6, FC Cincinnati. Coming in at number 5, the New England Revolution. Yes. I don't think I've liked a Revs kit this much ever. Honestly, I'm not going to lie to you. There are a few reasons behind this. First of all, yes, my bias is at play here. As a born and raised New Englander, if you know, you know, the Gillette sponsor takes this over the top. And I'm not going to mention their prior sponsor because there's a lot of stuff that happened there. But this Gillette sponsor is just so perfect. One, clearly the stadium they play in, Gillette Stadium. But if you're from New England and you drive into Boston, have you ever driven into Boston, and you see Gillette, the headquarters, right there on the right side of the highway as you're about to head into the tunnel, it's just like a rite of passage for us. It's something that's just always been there. It works, man. And I see this color scheme, and I literally think of like seeing a Gillette razor on the shelf at CVS. Like the blue and the man, this is top notch. This is a A plus for me from the Revs. This is the nicest I've seen their new crest look on a jersey, and I wasn't necessarily we need the crayon flag back, although it was a great logo. But this is top of the line. I love this jersey so much. This is going into the collection. If you're listening to this from One Pictures Place or anywhere in New England, holla at me. You know who you are. But nah, yeah. Shout out to the Reds, man. Love it, love it, love it, love it. And at number 4, the Columbus Crew. Oh man, I have a lot to say about this one. This Columbus Crew jersey is called the Goosebumps kit, and you might have not known that if I didn't say it. Well, if you're looking at the picture, it does say Goosebumps there, so that could give it away as well. But that's at the bottom of this jersey. Now, when I first saw this on just like natural instinct, I was like, "Oh, this is hideous. It's bad." And I did know the Goosebumps kind of ties because R.L. Stein, the Goosebumps author, is from Columbus, and it's kind of paying homage to that. But then I'm like, hold up, there has to be more to this. The fact that this jersey glows in the dark, it like shot it up the ranks for me. And then the more I look at it, I'm like, yo, this is what I mean about taking chances. This is what I mean about teams going out there and doing something unique. It reminds me of when the Sounders did the Jimi Hendrix kit, which was purple and orange. I have it here in my closet, one of my favorite MLS kits. Take those chances and do something different. And this one works for me. The only thing I dislike about this jersey is that damn new Columbus Crew logo. And I know they've changed it. It's been a few years now that they've changed it. This would be 10 out of 10 if it had the old Columbus Crew crest on it with the 3 handyman there. But nonetheless, A plus, home run. I know this is their secondary kit if I'm not mistaken, and I really hope that they wear it at lower.com field, and when they score goals that the lights go off and somehow they find a way to make these things like glow. I don't know. They have to have something tied into that because this is a great concept. It's a great jersey. I love it. Very well done by the Columbus Crew there at number 4. Top 3, drum roll please, coming in at number 3, the defending MLS Cup champs, LA Galaxy. Now this is one of the ones that I say this picture does not do this jersey justice. It actually doesn't look nice on this picture. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I've seen it. I haven't seen it in person. I've seen different iterations of the picture of the jersey and different videos, and I'm like, oh, this is nice. The obvious is the purple, kind of like sunset vibe, but the purple and gold or yellow, whatever you call it, plays in with the Lakers, Los Angeles, perfect. And the one thing the Galaxy are gonna do is just drop a nice jersey. It never fails. It's kind of crazy that the 6-star with it on top of the crest it's a little wild. I don't love how that looks. I'm not gonna lie to you, but they are the most winning team in MLS history, so they had to find a way to put that there somewhere. This is nice. This is a very job well done by the Galaxy, and like I mentioned, they're always in the top 5 when they drop jerseys. They rarely have any misses. The only downfall for me on this would be the fact that Herbalife is their sponsor, I guess. But besides that, A plus from the Galaxy. Number 2 for me, Real Salt Lake. This is what I'm talking about right here, about taking chances. This is called the Grid City kit. And I also have to say the same thing about this. This picture doesn't do it too much justice, but I've seen different iterations of it. And man, this is nice. This is different. This is whenever they have this on, it's going to stand out. The joke has been made about the Croatia kits at the 2018 World Cup. Similar. I love it. I love everything about this. The fact that RSL took the risk to do something different. And they've been having some nice jerseys recently. I have one in my closet right now. Very nice RSL kits over the past few years. But this is, I think, one of the best ones they've had, if not the best one they've had ever. I'm a big fan. It works perfect for RSL. I love it. I love it. A plus RSL. My people at RSL, if you're listening, this is the one. This is the one. And coming in at number 1, if you haven't figured out yourself yet by process of elimination, in my book, the back-to-back defending champs of MLS jersey releases, the Seattle Sounders. Man, I almost kind of just want to stay quiet and just like give y'all a little second to look at that. I mean, I thought the Sounders won 2024 jersey release when they had their 75th anniversary kit, which was like green and baby blue, some kind of vertical lines there, beautiful. And they just always find a way to do something different. They've done they've done this for years, and this to me is a grand slam and the ninth inning in the World Series. Like this is beautiful on all levels. They're it almost makes you forget that they had like a rebrand when it comes to their crest and logo. Like this is I forgot that they worked the Space Needle there looks beautiful. The color pattern is just amazing. That aqua and blue, and it reminds me of Seattle, man. Like it reminds me of the Kraken, who have kind of that same color scheme. Once again, I'm going to add my personal bias into this, although I know this is not related. Providence, I believe, is a healthcare provider, if I'm not mistaken. Providence is also the name of the city that I was born in. Shout out to Rhode Island, you know what I mean? 401, big 401. So that might just take it over the top for me, even though it has nothing to do with the jersey. But this is top of the line, top of the line. I don't even think it was close. I mean, the RSL kit is very nice, but I think when I saw this Seattle kit, I hadn't even seen the rest of them, and I was like, yeah, this is a clear winner to me. It's not even close. Beautiful kit, and I'm adding it to the collection because I've been saying that for the past few years. I'm going to add my favorite kit to the collection, and that's the one. So you're probably going to see me rocking that jersey at some point on this podcast in the very near future. Shout out to the Seattle Sounders for a beautiful kit, another beautiful kit in the collection of beautiful kits. Number one on my list, 2025 MLS. That's it. 30 through 1. Thank you for rocking with me. If you disagree with my rankings, you think my fashion taste is terrible, let me know. And I also don't care because this is my show. This is my opinion. But now, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Because like I said, this is just YouTube only. Enjoy the MLS season, man. MLS season starts this weekend. You know I'm gonna be busy. Saturday we have Sunday Night Soccer now. It's going to be the LA Galaxy hosting San Diego in their first ever MLS game, the champions versus the newcomers. It's going to be a fun weekend. So enjoy. We'll be back soon with some more content, some soccer content, and some more fun stuff that I got lined up for y'all. So thank you for always holding it down. Once again, appreciate y'all. Until the next time. Peace.